Good morning to all. First of all, I introduce myself. I'm Alessandro Caranci, and I lead the satellite communication business at Telespazio Group. I think that Telespazio is a well-known company, but let me recap briefly some main information about us. Let me start from our shareholders. We are owned by Leonardo and Thales, that decided some years ago to join their service activities into Telespazio and to create another JV called Thales Alenia Space. And Telespazio and Thales Alenia Space compose the so-called Space Alliance that allows to our shareholders to cover almost the entire value chain of space missions, from mission definition up to the services. The company was founded in 1961, so we are the alive oldest satellite service provider of the world. But nowadays, we're a company that can count on 3,200 of employees with presence in 15 countries. We are devoted to satellite services that are not only SATCOM, but also in geoinformation, in satellite operations, and in navigations. Coming to the SATCOM, that is, let's say, the topic I know better and the topic of this presentation, let me say that we are a so-called trusted service provider. In fact, we deliver ComSatcom and MilSatcom services to government and defense in Europe and worldwide. This is a part of the value chain of the different angles that we have seen today in the different presentation that somehow, in our opinion, has an important slice of our activities. In particular, in a moment where there are massive changes. So I think that all of us, we think that there are massive changes because all the presentation have highlighted these points. And massive changes require new solutions. Let me highlight some of these changes from our standpoint. First point, let's start from space sector, SATCOM in particular. SATCOM is passing through big changes, new players, new solutions. And most of the new super efficient solutions are based on a vertical integration of the service. But sometimes this vertical integration takes to a lack of flexibility to meet the requirements of government and of defenses. The second big change is related to geopolitics. We all know that we are facing a period of time where security and defense at European level deserves a very huge attention. And having the war at our doors, we have a lot of new threats on the satellite services. I'm referring to jamming on SATCOM solutions, jamming on GNSS. We can mean also attack and cyber attacks. This is taken to a desire of resilience, energy sobriety, and European sovereignty. These are the desire that our community is expressing today. And in this period of changes, we try to support our clients to minimize the risks and to highlight the benefits from these changes. Now, the previous slide and the conclusion of the previous slide could seem a slogan. So I'm trying to, let's say, to explain a little bit what we do. So basically, the first point is that our role is to reduce complexity and give available solutions. And to do this, we are collecting, we exchange, we manage, we store sensitive information and data owned by our customers that are linked with their identities, their missions, their locations, and their capabilities. At the same time, we source, we test, and we validate solutions, knowing their performance and knowing their limits. We build, we maintain, we update, and we share one of the most exhaustive portfolio of solutions for our customers. We collect and we receive requirements that we try to fulfill in a very short term. And this is essential. From one side, we advise. On the other side, we are able to deliver in a short term. To do this, we buy equipments, we buy satellite connectivity, we buy services, and we consolidate this in complex solutions. And another point that was highlighted in a previous presentation, we train end users. Once the service is done, we monitor the service to our NOCs that are working 24 hours every day to perform troubleshooting, maintenance, according to the service level agreement. And we deliver to our customers report based on KPI. This is what we do. But basically, I think that most of the companies that are here exhibiting, they can say, we do the same. One thing that I always say to my team is that we are not doing something that others do not do. So we need to do it better. And we think that there is something that needs to be the way of doing this type of activities better. Sorry, but I need to read, otherwise I will be lost, So basically, what we believe is behind the effectiveness of what we do is the service mindset, okay? What is the service mindset? Service is our culture. Telespazio, since the first day of its activity, is a service provider. It's 60 years that we do this job. And so we hire, we train, we manage staff with service mindset. I'm not referring just to commercial guys, to the engineers, but all the departments are pushed to think that we need to perform a service. We think global, but we act local, because you know that when we speak about security, it is important to be able to deal with the national entities that require specific attitudes and security requirements. We partner with global players, but also with trusted small entities. This is another important aspect of what we do. We try to collect whatever is better in the community of players. Service attitude, it means listen to customers. Let me say that in general, what we highlight always that we need to provide services that are giving the highest perceived quality. The perceived quality, it means something that is, the quality has to be defined by the user, not by ourselves. So the listening and to try to create solutions based on their desire is something that is part of our approach. At the end, once we have done this job, we are able to advise them on the solution that fits more with their needs and to implement it in the short term. This is the second word of the presentation. So we are trusted, but we are agnostic. It means that we can select all the solutions that are on the market. And our job is to orchestrate this solution to provide services to the end users. So this is the preamble. The last slide is our conclusion, let's say. We see that there are a lot of changes, a lot of systems, a lot of needs. And it is very important to be able to leave the new challenges, the future challenges, having everything ready to act immediately. To do this, first of all, we have this agnostic advisory. So whatever is on the market, knowing plus and minus of each solution can be part of the solution for our customers. If they are aware about it, and they decide if it is something that fits or not. The second point, once that we have defined that the solution is the right solution, the rapid delivery. So we have all the conditions to be able to implement a solution in a short term, and timing is essential. The second point is to evaluate what is new and evaluate what is running. So testing and performance awareness to create a set of conditions that allow us to understand where we are going to, if something is properly working or not. And these are data that we share with our customers through accessible monitoring systems, able to understand which is the results of this orchestration of solutions. This can be applied to all the missions, peacekeeping, but also rescues. We can change type of solution for different type of application. Last but not least, as a very expert service provider, we have the way to have a persistent service recovery. So whenever things are not working, we are able to restore the situation in continuity. So basically, this is the end of this presentation. And let me say that the main message is we are living an era where everything is under transformation. But satellite for government and for defense need always to perform, needs always to be reliable, need always to be secure. And the role of a trusted met operator, as we know, as we like to be called, agnostic, can help a lot our customers in this picture. Thank you.